Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
New at noon, authorities in West Fargo are investigating a shooting threat against a middle school there. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jordan Schreier. The school district says a group of students talked to administration at Cheney Middle School yesterday, saying they heard a fellow student talk about a school shooting. That student's locker was searched and nothing was found. The child's parents were contacted and that student was not in school today pending a threat assessment. We have new information this afternoon on a runaway that has been missing for over a week. A vehicle that Fargo police believe was being driven by that young woman has been found in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Authorities found the white Volkswagen SUV that they believe to be driven by Katie Hammond, who was reported as a runaway back on October 27th. According to a release from the Fargo Police Department, efforts are now being made to find Katie in Oshkosh with local law enforcement there. Anyone with information on where she could be is urged to call their local police. Taking that live look outside right now, looks very nice. Sure doesn't feel very nice, though. Justin Fanfarelli is in for Lisa Green today as we get a check of that Thursday forecast.
And thank you, Jordan. Good afternoon, everybody. Starting off with temperatures really cold for this time of year. Here are the low temperatures across the region. Most of us into the single digits. Fargo, a low of 7 degrees. 3-year low in Jamestown and Valley City. And some sub-zero lows, especially just off to the north of Devil's Lake. Temperatures have rebounded a little. The currents look like this into the lower 20s out toward Fargo, Jamestown, upper teens from the Devil's Lake Basin in northern Valley, northwestern Minnesota, and most of Lakes Country right now. Still pretty cool for this time of year. The wind is not really that much of a factor. Most areas 5 to 10 miles per hour from a southwesterly direction, so a little bit of a wind chill. Here's a look at the satellite loop, and we do have an area of bright sunshine, especially across the southern valley, northern valley, making your way out toward Devil's Lake and Thief River Falls. But as you make your way further off to the south, a few more passing clouds and mostly sunny skies will be the story, but temperatures not really going very far into the mid-20s before we start to fall through this evening. Well, we're going to have a slight rebound in temperatures, but stay below normal for most of the week, and we do have one more chance of some snow showers on the 7-day forecast. We'll have the details on that coming up later in the newscast.
All right. Thank you, Justin. One man is dead and a woman is fighting for her life after a head-on crash in the Northern Valley. The State Patrol says a 58-year-old Kevin McCormick of Alexandria, Minnesota, was killed when he crossed the center line of a highway in Marshall County yesterday afternoon and hit an SUV. 43-year-old Samantha Lunsetter-Gatsky is in critical condition at a Fargo hospital. Police believe a wanted man who is considered armed and dangerous could be in the Rowlett County, North Dakota area. 29-year-old Donovan Azure is wanted for an alleged violation of supervised release. He has prior convictions of assaulting and resisting a federal officer and possession of a short-barreled shotgun. Now, if you see this man, call police right away and do not approach him. British police have said they have now formally identified all 39 bodies that were found in a truck. Authorities found 39 Vietnamese people dead in a refrigerated container truck in an industrial park in England in late October and arrested the driver on suspicion of murder. Today, Vietnamese police confirmed that all of the victims were from that country. The deputy spokesperson of Vietnam's Foreign Affairs Ministry said police in that country have arrested 11 people in one of Britain's worst human smuggling tragedies. Federal prosecutors in San Francisco have charged 2 former Twitter employees and a Saudi national with a plot to provide the Saudi government with information about Twitter users, including critics of the Saudi government. Kier Simmons brings us more.
2 former Twitter employees have been charged with spying for Saudi Arabia. A multi-year FBI investigation found they allegedly used their positions inside the social media giant to covertly identify Saudi critics who use the platform. According to a 27-page criminal complaint unsealed in San Francisco, 3 men have been charged with fraudulently accessing private information and acting as illegal agents of a foreign government. Ahmed Abouamo, a U.S. citizen, is accused of conspiring with fellow Twitter employee Ali Azabara, a Saudi citizen. to provide information to Saudi national Ahmed al-Matari, an intermediary who passed the information along to Saudi officials. Prosecutors say the two employees mined Twitter's internal systems for personal information about known Saudi critics and thousands of other Twitter users. The complaint also alleges the Twitter employees provided private information like email addresses, IP addresses, and dates of birth for individuals who had published posts deemed by the kingdom's royal family to be critical of the government there. Overnight, Twitter responded to the arrests, saying they have tools in place to protect user privacy. We recognise the lengths bad actors will go to try and undermine our service. Our company limits access to sensitive account information to a limited group of trained and vetted employees. And law enforcement sources tell NBC News that Abu Amr, the US citizen, has been arrested in Seattle and has made his initial appearance in court. They tell us the two others are still being sought and did not provide any information on their whereabouts. Keir Simmons, NBC News, London.
Twitter said it's committed to protecting those who use its service and applauded the Justice Department's actions. The deer rifle season opener is this weekend in both North Dakota and Minnesota. But before you head out to the stand, there are some things you don't want to forget. You want that extra propane for your heaters, binoculars, and some hand and toe warmers. But most importantly, make sure that you are dressed in blaze orange. It won't just keep you warm, but it will also keep you safe.
Most camo is to make you blend in, and when hunters hear a noise, their natural reaction is to point their gun in that direction to take aim, and if they don't see something that identifies, they're thinking it's a deer, and naturally we don't want that to happen.
North Dakota's deer season will open tomorrow, and Minnesota's will open on Saturday. In our consumer alert this afternoon, the USDA and Simmons Prepared Foods Inc. are now recalling more than 2 million pounds of chicken. The chicken may have, quote, extraneous materials in it, including metal. The voluntary recall affects several forms of the ready-to-cook chicken that were shipped to restaurants, hospitals, and schools. No chicken sold in stores is included in that recall. The dates on the package are between October 21st and November 4th. Whether you're ready for it or not, pumpkin spice latte season is about to transition into peppermint mocha season, or it already has. Starbucks' beloved holiday coffee drinks and iconic holiday cups made their debuts this morning. The coffee giant is releasing 4 new designs for the 2019 season: the polka dot, Merry Dance, Merry Stripes, and the candy cane stripes. And if you've been on the nice list all year, you can treat yourself to any of your seasonal favorites, like the toasted white chocolate mocha, the caramel brulee latte, my favorite, chestnut praline latte, or an eggnog latte.